Hey, what's up, everybody? 2A Enthusiast here, and I'm just showing you a tabletop of something new that I picked up in addition to my firearm collection and, more importantly, my Beretta collection. Oh, there we go. It's sliding onto the screen for you. This is a Beretta Nano. Uh, it's a pretty underrated gun. I mean, you hear a lot of people use buy the Shield and some of the more, some of the smaller Glocks like the 26, 27, especially the 26 really. But it seems like the Nano never really got much attention, and I don't know why, because the Beretta products, except the Pico, I hate the Pico, but the Beretta products are pretty good and usually like downright awesome. So this gun right here has a 3-inch barrel. It's about, let's say maybe 6 inches or so long. It has enough real estate for a 2-finger grip. It comes with one flush magazine right here that's a 6-round. And it comes with a second magazine that gives you about another half to 3/4 of an inch extension. I believe that puts you up to 8 rounds. So you have the 6-round, and then you have the 8-round with the extension. I personally have average size hands. I like the 8. I could do just fine with the 6 if I had to, but I prefer the 8. A little more real estate, and it lets you get your pinky on there. So I mean, if you're kind of not a big fan of having your pinky flying in the air, as you can see, you don't have much space with this mag because it's kind of narrow. It's like maybe about 1/8 of an inch extra with this, so it's really nothing for the pinky to grab onto. But like I said, with the other one, it totally gets covered by the pinky, so you get like a full grip on it. It's about 8/10 of an inch wide, and it has 3-dot sights. The 3-dot sights, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really focusing that well. But the 3-dot sights, I find, are better than your typical small carry gun. And for a small carry gun, I think they are terrific sights. But there's really not much competition there, because usually small carry guns usually don't have the greatest of sights, because it's a close quarters kind of gun. But like in general, I mean, they're kind of crappy sights. But like I said, for a carry gun, not bad. Pretty narrow. There is no slide stop on it, and there is no safety on it. Well, no external safety. It's got the regular kind of like Glock blade on the trigger as one of the safeties, but no actual manual safety, which is just fine with me, because like I said, as a carry gun, you want as few things to snag as possible. Has a little bit of texturing on the grip, and you can see right there in the front. This is a little bit more aggressive under the trigger guard, not too aggressive on the back. So if you like something that's grippier, you might want to put like Talon grips on it or something, especially because it's a smaller handgun. I personally don't mind like the smaller swell at the back and everything. It's fine for my hand, but I could see how some people might want to put a Talon grip on there or something. There is a company, I think it might be Crimson Trace, that makes a light you can put on here, but I got such a ridiculously good price on this that I don't think I paid much more than what the light would cost me, so I kind of think it's a waste of time. As for the mag grip, the mag release right there, just where you normally find it. So, pretty much your regular Beretta quality. The only thing I am a little surprised, though, it's kind of boxy on the slide. I figured they would have maybe taken the corner off a little bit more than they did. I mean, they kind of machined it down a little bit, but I'm not complaining. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. One of the things that is cool, and I don't know if this is really going to come into play here, but if you notice here, the serial number is kind of recessed, because this particular gun has a serial number chassis system like some of the SIGs have and like the Pico has. So if you got tired of having a black gun, instead of going through the whole expense and rigmarole of having it Cerakoted or anything, you could just basically pull the chassis out and put it into either, I think they have FDE and Olive Drab. I'm not sure if there are any other ones. I think those might be the only colors, because I don't think the Nano really ever took off as a like, you know, a big deal gun. I've never heard anyone say, you know, I'd really like to get a Nano, whereas I know a lot of people who've purchased shields or have mentioned buying shields. Nano never really took off, so I'm thinking that there's not much in the way of color combinations. I'm actually not totally sure if they're still making these, to be honest with you, because I really don't see them much, although the market's kind of crazy, so who knows. So that's one cool thing. Other cool thing is pretty good takedown here. So as you can see, right in here is there's kind of like a screw sort of. Let's see if I can use something other than a screwdriver to kind of peel it open here, and I can't. Okay, so let's just try and do this carefully. Now this has already been safety checked. Okay. So all I had to do is basically pull the trigger, and the slide comes right off. And then we have just, you know, just like you regularly expect, has the I think 3.1 inch barrel, guide rod there, captured spring, and then as you can see in there, you have the chassis. That is the serial number part, which would pop out, and you could put into a regular firearm, another firearm, I should say. And then when you're ready to assemble it, like I said, it's about as easy can be. Oops. And I say that as I'm screwing it up, basically. So let's see. Turn that this way. Let's see. Wait 1 second here. Don't you just love when you're making a video and you're telling somebody how easy it is, and you mess it up? But there you go. It's pretty easy. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you kind of like the handling of it and whatnot. I wish I can go do some gun videos in my backyard, but I can't really do too much there because I have people fairly close to me. So unfortunately, I'm not like Demolition Ranch with God knows how many acres. But like I said, pretty cool gun. This one is... I actually picked this up brand new for $200, which is kind of insane because the MSRP is about, I'm thinking like in the high 400s. And I've usually seen them at Bud's Gun Shop for about 400. Occasionally they would have sales where you'd see certain color combinations in the low threes. But I actually have a story, and I'm going to save that for another video of how I got this thing brand new for $200. Some of you are going to think it's really cool, and some of you are going to think I'm crazy. But you probably already think that now. But just wanted to show that to you. Just kind of show it in hand. You know, pretty cool. Like I said, it doesn't have any snag points on it, which is really nice. And for a holster, because one of the few bad things about this is there's not much in the way of support for these things. Especially if you don't want, you know, I'm thinking if Alien Gear makes the holsters for them, I'm not sure. But I actually picked up this cheap holster for it. I don't want to call it cheap. Never mind, it's inexpensive. I actually picked up 2 of these holsters for $13.99. And it fits it pretty well. It said it fits compact handguns, which I've seen this called a subcompact, which I'm not seeing. I kind of think more of the, like, you know, the Kel-Tec P32 as a subcompact. I kind of call it as compact, but as you can see, it fits pretty well. It's just about where I like the bell clip is. If what I usually like to look for is the top of the clip like even with the grip, because sometimes when the clip is like this, the ride height is very, very high, because, you know, this is a cheap holster. It doesn't have an adjustable ride height, but it's kind of like low on here, and it's kind of low, so it's a good ride height for me, for my preference. And the clip is extremely strong. Now, I expect for that to maybe get a little weaker over time, but it is so stiff, it's not going anywhere. I've practiced drawing from this holster, and it's pretty solid. The other thing is I had bought some other inexpensive holsters that I actually really liked, but the problem was the handgun was near the end, and it was kind of poking through, and the sight started getting stuck on there, so I don't carry that one anymore, but it served me well for what I paid for it. And the other good thing is that it actually has a little bit of a shape to it. It's thick enough so that you can reholster it without much difficulty, so which is cool. But anyways, this wasn't a holster review. It was about the Beretta Nano. If you like Berettas, check out some of my other videos. I think I have probably about 6 to 10 different Beretta videos you might like, and some other handgun tabletops and some other stuff going on. So have a good one, guys. If you like it, check out some other ones. All right, talk to you later.